Hello everyone, welcome to GVReady Automation World. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go and subscribe to the channel, enable notification for more interesting videos. Right, we are continuing on Postman series. Today we will see Chai Assertion library, important one, Assertion library, very important. Right, if you want to test anything, Assertion is mandatory, whether it is a Postman or Selenium, right, any type of testing, manual or automation, Assertion is very important. What is this Chai Assertion library? In Postman, Chai is a JavaScript assertion library. Chai is a JavaScript assertion library used in Postman to write the test scripts and validate API response. It provides behavior-driven development and test-driven development style assertion framework. Right, Postman uses chai.js library for assertions. Right, after installing, right, in the Postman we can see there is a JS file, chai.js. Especially Chai uses expect and should interfaces. Expect and should interfaces. Right, what is the syntax of Chai assertion library? We can write PM. PM is Postman. PM.test and open the bracket test case name and the double quotes test case name, comma, function, right, open close brackets, parenthesis, and then open close curly brackets. Inside we have to write the assertions and then close it. This is one syntax. And if you don't want to write the function, write lambda expressions. Right, we can also write here lambda. We can remove the function, just we can keep it as a only parenthesis and then lambda expression we have to give like this. Right, double equal to square bracket. Right, we can follow any one syntax. Right, then Chai assertion has a two styles of assertions. Either we can follow a expect style or should style. Any type we can follow. Right, if we see pm.test, this is the test case description. Status code is 200. Right, function. Right, here what we are doing, pm.response to have status 200. And then here response time is less than 500. I am expecting response time should be less than 500. Here pm.expect, right, expect function, pm.response time to be below 500. Right, we no need to remember all those things. Right, we will see how to generate easily. Right, here response contains success, pm.expect. Right, just pm.expect. This is the expect style. And should style. Right, here also pm.response.json should have property. I want to verify whether the response has a user ID or not. Right, should have. Either we can follow expect style or should style assertions. What are the common assertions we will have? One is the status code, one is the response time, right, JSON key exists or not, value check, contains text, array length. Right, we will see all those things. Right, what are the response validation, how to do it? Right, basically we will add a response validation on status code. One is first thing, status code. Basic thing, we have to add assertion for status code. If require, headers, response headers, cookies, response time, response body. We will mostly, basic thing is status code, then response body. These two things we must have validations. Remaining are, if required, we can add it. Response header, response cookies, response time. Right, we will see how to add it. Right, directly we will go to Postman. Right, where to add? Suppose I have taken get all users. Right, get all users. Once we execute, we will get the response. Right, response body. First thing is body. Then cookie. If it has a cookies, it will send. Otherwise, empty. Response headers. Right, test results, nothing. Right, this is the 200. Status code is 200. This is the response time. what is the response time, right? Response time. What is the response size? Response size, right? Response will have a body, cookies, headers, and then status code, response time, response size in the Postman. Now we can validate. Where I have to validate, there is a section called scripts, right? We have seen params to add a query param, path param, right? If you haven't watched, please go and watch queries, right? Query param, path params video, right? Params authorization, alright. This we will see in the next class. So far we did only basic thing we have seen. We will see last. Authorization. If you want to send any authorization, we will send from here. Headers. If you want to send headers, we will send headers. Then body, alright. Body we will use for only post and put to patch requests. Then settings. Coming to these settings, we will not touch, right? Mostly we will not touch. If required, your application is restricting something, we need to add. Suppose if you want to add HTTP2, right, we will enable it in the settings. If you want to enable SSL certificate verification, we will enable it, right? By default all are there, whatever it will work. If your application specific thing, anything you want to enable, you can enable from the settings section, right? Then if you want to validate anything, we have to come to the scripts section. Scripts. Under scripts we have a prerequisite post response. Pre-request post response. In pre-request what we will do, right? We will see later. This pre-request means before sending request, I want to update my request. I want to update my request dynamically, right? Then we have to write some piece of code here. We will see later. Now we will concentration is response only. Post response. Click on the post scripts, post response. Then we have to add validations here. Now we got the response body, right? We got the response body, right? Here how to add the validations, right? How to validate validation, right? If you see, there is a snippets, right? You are seeing right here. Sometimes it will be already opened in the right side, right? Right side it will be already open in the world. This is the latest Postman. So here you will get the snippets. Otherwise left side panel we will get the snippets, right? We can just click on that snippets. We have multiple snippets, right? If you want to validate status code, right, just click on it. It will add us. We no need to manually write, right? It will add the right pm.test and what is the description. If you want to change, you can change it. Then function, what is the validation? pm.response to have status. Suppose I am executing, right? Response code. Where I have to validate whether it is successfully executed or not. How I will know, right? In the response there is a test results. See, test results, right? Passed status code. Suppose whether it is correctly working or not, how should I know? If I want to, you can change to 201. Suppose I am expecting 201. Now execute it. See, failed. Status code is 200. Assertion error. Expected response to have 201 but 200. Right? Test case will fail. Right? Immediately we will know. I think it is not working. If we have a assertions, immediately we will know if it is failed. If we don't have any assertions, we don't know. Right? Manually we have to see body. Right? This is the first basic validation is status code. Right? Where to add? Under script section, click on the scripts and then post response. Right? Then go to snippets. You can add status code snippet. Right? Suppose if you want to validate, right, click on the snippets, right, JSON response body, you want to check contains, right, pm.expect get the entire response into text, right, get the entire response as a text. To include something you want to, the entire response you want to search something. Suppose I want to search whether this is coming or not, right? I want to search whether this string is there in the entire response or not. I want to search this word, this, right, this mail ID is there or not. Right, now just run it. Right, if you click on the test results, see both are passed. If you are expecting something, suppose I will add something invalid, just click on it. Let's say it is failed. Right, immediately we will know that we are not getting expected response. So immediately we will verify why it is not working, whether it is a script issue or functional issue. Right, if it is a functional issue, we will immediately inform to the development team. Right, this is the entire string. If you want to validate, you can. Then suppose if you want to validate JSON value check, right, you can get the entire JSON data, and then you are expecting JSON data dot value. Currently we are getting array. Here we are getting array. Right. Suppose just let me try how to add it. JSON data of 0, right, 0 dot name or ID, anything we can ID. Suppose if you want to validate first one ID, then take this ID, paste here to be equal. Right, here we can you can write whatever description, verify, write something, verify first record ID. Okay, now run it. See, all three are passed. Right, it got correctly. Right, if you want to validate array, this is array because it is enclosed in square bracket. This one square brackets, right? Entire response. This is one first record, second record. If you want to refer first record 0. Right, first we need to get the JSON data in the where. Where means that is a variable type. Right, whether it is a string or whatever it may be, just we will write where. It will automatically convert whether it is a string, JSON, or it is an object. Right, then variable. What is the variable name we have given? JSON data. JSON data of 0 means first record. It will refer to first record. You can give ID, name, email, gender, whatever you want, if you want to validate. Right, suppose we will take one more scenario. This is the get, right? We will take the post. Okay, post. Now in the post, suppose I am trying to create the user. Right, I have created the user. What is the response code I am expecting? 201. Right, in the we have to go to script, post response. First validation, basic validation is right, this one we can change. I think I am expecting 201. Right, next one is response validation. Right, click on the snippets, JSON value to check. Right, now JSON data dot what I want to check, name. Whatever name I have given, it should come here. Right, JSON data dot name to be equal to automation. Right, to be equal automation. Then gender. If you want to validate multiple things, we can add multiple. Right, you can add. Suppose I want a gender. Right, we can add multiple validations. Male. Right, male here. Then save it. Again run it. Right, see, now here problem is 422 unprocessable entity. That means what is that email already. Right, we want every time dynamically change this email ID. How to change that? We have to change in the pre-request. That we will see later. How to send dynamic data to the request. Right, just for now we will just change here to. Right, that we will see later how to dynamically get it. Now send it. Okay, now it is see, your test name reference automation is not defined. Right, we have to add in the double quotes. Right, it is a string, right, just we need to add in the double quotes. Right, send it. We need to change email every time. Right, then see, now it is passed. Both the test cases are passed. Right, thanks for watching. If you like my video, please subscribe to the channel, enable notification. Please refer to your friends. If you have any comments, please comment in the comment section. Right, we will continue further on the assertions. Thanks for watching.